Hey guys, Will Hastings here. It's the first week of March, and I've just finished up this bedding area right inside of my road and kind of inside of my field out front. Just figured I'd share what I've done here. This is a ridge that used to be a hog pasture about 50 years ago, and it was pretty opened up then, but it's kind of grown up with gums and hollies and some pines and unwanted stuff. So kind of cut all that back, made some room for these nice white oaks to produce. Got a big red right in the middle, and then another white oak on that side. Pretty much everything else on this half acre is cleared, and a lot of sunlight to the floor. I just finished sowing on some switchgrass that should be able to get that was kind of like, should frost into the ground a little bit, but if not, it usually takes a little bit is enough to get it to go. So just sowed on some switchgrass. Yesterday I came in here and planted about 8 little cedar trees that I had dug up along my hedge, kind of underneath of like anything overhanging. You can see a little cedar there. I planted a bigger one there, but yeah, about 6 or 8 cedars that have been planted underneath of kind of stuff to protect them. And what this area is, you can see on this side, I have over the years been hinge cutting and pushing, and just created a really thick, dense wall that the deer have a hard time getting through and at least seeing through. So if nothing else, it's a visual barrier. I'm only about 80 yards off of the county road here, and these deer like to bed in here, and I like to make them feel safe. So right along this close side along the road, if I can get in frame, right along here, there was a really strong trail that went from one end of the property to the other, and you can't see it now because of my machine tracks, but that trail's open back up. And here where I left a big pile of trees and debris is where the trail kind of split. It went off that way up at that Y, and then it came down this way on this side. So hopefully I'm not making anybody too dizzy spinning around like I am, but anyway, I've cleared everything. I've seeded some switchgrass seed in here, and hopefully that gets a rain on it and takes off. If not, we're supposed to get another frost or two. Maybe it'll frost seed in a little bit. But I've left a big community. It's filled in with leaves and stuff now, but it's a big community scrape under this holly branch. Cut the top of it out and left the scrape branch there, and I've done that in the past. It's done really well. So hopefully they keep using that scrape, and I really don't have to make any kind of mock scrape or anything. I'm just going to go ahead and probably put a camera on that, and that should give me a good inventory next year during the season of what's in this area. This is just primarily like a bedding area for the does. There's another area about 100 yards inside the woods here. That's just pretty much the same thing, and that just stays packed tight with doe family groups throughout the season, just trying to give them as many places to hide as they can, and just give them all the advantage that they can have. This is a spot I probably won't come in and mess with a whole lot. Just like to give it to the deer and let them have it. But just figure I'd share what I've done here. Try to do 1 or 2 of these areas a year, and on this 160 acres, and it seems to work pretty good. Don't have to do any major clear cutting or anything. This is about 6-7 hours of work on a mini excavator and a chainsaw with one man. And if you know how to use a mini excavator, you can do a lot of work with one. I'll try and give you guys a good pan of the area. Cut most of the big trees off and left the stumps, and pushed all the little ones out with the mini and moved them. But it can be dangerous, so if you're working on a mini and you don't know how to use that thing, you don't know how heavy the trees are, then just be careful. But yep, thanks a lot.